Good morning. It is early. 5 AM early. To all the dairy guys out there, good on you. They definitely will not see me going into dairy. Anyway, at yard 3 at the moment. Oh, flipping heck. Cattle to load up away to the abattoir. The banker's coming at 10 o'clock, so cattle need to be loaded, taken to the abattoir, which is an hour and 45-minute drive away. We best get moving. Lovely morning though. Corker. That's where I've just come from. I live up there. That'll be good enough. 3 of this 5 are going. They're the biggest. Come on, beasts. Go on. Baxter. Hey boy. Hey boy. Good boy, you big lump of tar. I better not complain too much about the time. Gate leaders up at this time semi-regularly. Right, in at Agricar. Needing to get 2 full sets of service kit for the 2 new horns. They're both due 6,000 hour service. Right, I bought some ratchet straps, which we were needing. And they got 2 full service kits for 1 tractor, 2 tractor. That's a good way to fit something on a pallet. Make up big brackets and shove it on its side. McConnell mower of that. Flail mower. Couple of shiny ploughs. Right, I'm back at AP Bearings. I've just been in with this fuel breather hose off of one of the tractors. I've had no luck in there, so I'm just going to actually go back to Agricar, where I've just been. I thought it'd be a wee bit cheaper trying to look for something in here, but ideally they'll have one in stock, but I don't think they will. You can see it's just kinked in there, leaking. That's new. That's dangerous as well. Whoa. Right, I've got kind of got a replacement. So this is just a radiator hose. A radiator hose is spec'd for fuel, like they won't perish. Hopefully not. Other than that, the only issue I can see is I don't know if this is actually shaped from factory, because obviously it's a bit of a 90 and it's a bit of a squeeze where it's going, so I don't want this to like kink and pinch, you know what I mean, and restrict the flow rate. Basically on the tractor tank, it's like that. So where my hands and thumbs are, that's all tank. And in the middle is chassis and cab above. You fill from where my pinky is there, and if there's loads of air on the right here, the fluid rises up and this air up here needs to go somewhere. So it's a breather that connects the 2 across the top there. So there's not actually really much fluid going through it, only when it's really full. It's just to let air bypass and get out. Otherwise you just create a pressure bubble of air and you won't be able to fill your tank properly. That's it on the end now. Right. So there's that much wiggle room to play with.
Yeah, so it should be alright.
I don't know if these Jubilee clips will be big enough. Right, that's that end. It's below the loose lines, gearbox, the wires, yeah, but it's above the 2 hard lines.
Yeah, that's right.
That's same as it came out?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. We're back at this breather pipe, so we've put in this new one, which isn't really the right thing, but we're going to make it work. But it's got a kink here, you can see. This is where it was routed before, but the old pipe is shaped. We're going to get some good old-fashioned cable ties and try and kind of pinch that up as high as we can, and the same there just to even it out. This is where we've had to come in through the cab. We've routed it to there, so it joins the top of this side of the tank to the top of that side. So this is a new bit on there with a Jubilee clip. It's not high pressure or anything, but it needs to be able to get air out. So we're going to cable tie it up just to open up that bit that's kinked. Right, there we go. Good old-fashioned cable ties. We've stopped the kink, so that should be fine now. We'll only know once we actually fill the diesel tank back up to full again. The bruiser's on a different tractor today. 195. Nice shiny tractor that. It's had a new engine. Kev's going to load him. I'm away down to Dundee to get a replacement bit for the sprayer for that pipe that's got a wee pinhole leak in it. I'm just going to open this door because Kev needs the bucket out of here, which is over there. This is the wee bit that I've cut out. So I've got one end like that and another end coming the other way like that needs to join up without leaking. So they've got repair bits at Agravista in Dundee. Parts guy's gone to get a few more bits and bobs, but we're here. I mean, 2 of these and another bit of hose and some Jubilee clips. What are these? Got all my bits now. Let's get the sprayer moving. These cattle are getting shifted field today along to yard 2. This is yard 1 at the moment, but with no quad bike, it's at yard 2. We're walking them in, but they seem to be, some of them are in at the moment. I think we'll get them in there. Slightly trained. Kev's out walking them in with me, and Dad's over at the gate with a bucket of feed. I'm not fast enough. I'm out of puff. Come on. There we go. Finally, I've been here for 2 or 3 minutes trying to get them over the wet bit. Someone, probably me, left that trough on all night. So this batch of cows and calves, we're moving them away from here because there's no grass on that field. Come on. Yep. First lot dropped, there's another 6 loads or so to go. I've just been on the CCTV of the shop. Well, my brother's been looking through it all because we've had a shoplift there. We get them, not regularly, but every so often you do, there's one. But the shop is plastered with cameras, and the girls in the shop are pretty clued on to the stock levels and keeping an eye out on things so we don't really lose stuff. So anyway, we've had this in recently, stealing. We've got a number plate, reported to the police. Here's a video of I had all the footage from when we had someone in stealing. I edited it all down, I chopped it, and it took ages because I kind of hid the person's face who was stealing. But I spoke to the police this morning. They were out and they're still doing their investigation. They said if you can avoid putting it out before the investigation's finished, because it can affect the investigation. So I can't show you the actual footage, but that's what we've been dealing with. I will show you once the investigation is over, the footage. I'll probably still blur the person's face. Here's the big lad. Come on, boy. Water. We have a borehole man coming on Friday. Company called Fill Pumps. We got recommended them by our plumber. So they're based up in Inverurie, I think. So the sales guy who's based round about us is coming on Friday with a diviner as well, up to the yard here. And hopefully the diviner man says, yeah, send it, there's loads of water. And then we'll send it and we'll find water. That'd be nice. So we're going to see and hopefully get a borehole in here up at this yard, because the water pressure's duff and we'll put more cows on, it'll just make it even more duff. Borehole, here we come, fingers crossed we hit water. There's definitely water round about. Ideally we just put a hole right next to the shed where we want it and we find water. So it's not the cheapest thing to do in the world. You're talking between 5 and 10,000 to do a deep-ish hole, and then if you don't hit water you have to then either go again or don't bother. So it's a bit of a risk, but if you find it, it's well worth it.